Welcome everyone to another verbling class. Tonight, pronunciation, the TH sound. The TH sound causes difficulties to many students. Many sounds in English are simple, but this one is not the easiest, especially for South American students. Some think it is even impossible. However, after this class, I will help you produce the TH sound, and with a few simple homework assignments, you'll begin to master this sound within 2 to 4 weeks. I will teach you how to move your tongue and your teeth and how to create the sound, and we'll practice some words together. We'll talk about the two sounds that make up the TH sound, the T and D. When these two sounds come together to make a distinctive sound, it's called a diphgraph. Hi, Igor.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, Igor. Where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Aha, you poor guy. You're in one of the coldest countries in the world.
It's not that cold. It's actually quite hot here
Well,
now.
now it is, yes. I actually come from the second coldest country in the world. Can you guess which one that is?
Canada.
Yes.
So we have something in common in terms of coldness.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do. It may be hot in the summer, but winter is very long. I think there's a joke. We have 2 seasons, winter and 2 weeks of summer. Well, welcome, Igor. What part of Russia are you from?
I'm from Siberia.
Oh, you really know the cold.
Yeah, but it's South Siberia, so it's moderate here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
Are you close to China?
It's very cold in the winter zone.
Yeah, I know. Are you close to China?
I am close to Kazakhstan, but not China.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome to class. I just want to see how Alonzo is doing, who's just joined us. Hello, Alonzo.
How are you, Simon? I'm fine.
I'm good, thanks. Alonzo, where are you from?
I'm from Chile.
Chile.
I live in Santiago de Chile.
Santiago. So it's winter right now.
Yes, winter, and today it's very cold.
Oh, I don't know. You're talking to a Canadian and a Russian. I can't imagine there's anything cold that compares to the cold in our countries.
Yeah, yes.
What's the temperature today?
In Canada?
Yes.
Okay. In what city?
Toronto.
Toronto. Okay.
What is the temperature today?
Today it's 7, maybe 8 grades Celsius grade.
Okay, so that's a little cool, I'll admit. That's cool, but we wouldn't say that's really cold.
Yeah.
In fact, tonight, it's going to go down to about 11 degrees here.
11?
At night.
In Toronto?
Yes.
11?
Why would I lie to you?
Wow, it's a great... a great temperature. It's fine. 11.
Yeah, it's good for sleeping.
Yeah, but you are in summer.
That is correct.
It's cool. Summer is beautiful. It's a beautiful season.
It is. Well, Alonzo, let me just introduce myself to the other students, and we'll get started shortly. Caio.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
It's been a while. How have you been?
I have been well, teacher. Thank you.
And what have you been doing this winter?
Here, where I live, in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, the weather is is good. Um, Even though we are in the winter, the temperature is healthy. Um, about 20, 22, 25 degrees Celsius during the day, and about 15, 13, 15 at night.
Well,
It's
I know that me and Igor would be happy if our winter was quite warm as that.
Yes, yes. It's very agreeable, the temperature now. It's
Very
good.
agreeable indeed.
It's good to work during the day, and at night is good to sleep.
I understand. Well, let's go to the other part of Brazil here. Raphael, sir, good evening.
No, actually, the same part of Brazil. I'm also from Rio.
To the other side of town, then.
Okay, maybe.
How are you today? Is your week going well? How's work?
Yes. A challenging week, but a good week, you know. Lots of learning and good activities, and it's fine. It's been fine for me.
Good. Well, the weekend is right around the corner.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
I took a celebration, early celebration towards the weekend. At lunch, I had a nice, tasty, cold beer to help celebrate the coming weekend. So, one more day to go, and that's it.
Yes.
And today we're going to do pronunciation. So I'm bringing back pronunciation, and I'm sure you're going to do well. And who else do we have? Caesar. Hello, Caesar.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm very can't speak. I am very well, thanks.
Okay,
As
me
good as
too.
ever.
Yeah. So Caesar, remind everybody where are you from?
I'm from Bogota, Colombia.
Bogota, Colombia. So it's a little cool. It's not as hot as summer.
The both maybe. We are enjoying days sunny or days raining. Today, for example, is raining all day.
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to the weekend. It looks to be nice, sunny, and a high of 77 to 79. So, love those temperatures. And of course, at night it's going down to like 55 or 64. So,
Fahrenheit?
oh yes, yeah, Celsius. You wouldn't believe me.
Uh-huh.
If it got that hot in Canada,
I
the rest of the
wouldn't
world
believe.
would melt. Okay, guys, well, let's talk about today's topic. It's pronunciation, and it's about the TH sound. This sound
Okay.
is very difficult for a lot of students, especially if you come from Brazil or maybe Colombia, Peru, Argentina, or any other South American country, because this sound is not normal for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
The TH sound combines two sounds, the T and D sound. I can say it quite easily because I'm a native English speaker, so for me saying the, these, that, there, very easy. But what it'll happen for a lot of you guys is instead of saying the TH sound, you'll end up saying the D sound or the D sound. Dis, dat, Ds, dos. And it's really important to practice and work on this sound. If you guys are patient and you practice the sound 3 times a day, you'll find that within 2 to 4 weeks, you'll be very good at it. At first, it's going to seem hard, difficult, and awkward. But I'm going to help you guys through that. So the TH sound, as I mentioned, uses the voiced D sound and the voiceless T sound. What do I mean by voice and voiceless? Who can tell me, what do I mean by a voiceless d sound? Or sorry, a voiceless t sound and a voiced d sound.
When you say that the sound is voiceless, that means that it's more like a whisper. You don't use your vocal cords to produce the sound, but when you produce a voice sound, you need to actually vibrate your vocal cords.
Yeah, exactly. So if I say t, t, and go ahead and try this. If you put your fingers right here, t, 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 no matter how loud I get, there's no vibration. So it's not true that it's quiet. It can be quiet, but whether I'm loud t, or quiet, t, there's no vibration. Now I want you guys to say d, d. Say it quiet. D. You'll still feel a vibration. That's what we mean by voice and voiceless. I don't know why somebody doesn't say vibration or vibrationless. That would be easier, wouldn't it? It confuses a lot of us.
English is a crazy language.
You're telling me. I know it is. I am British by heritage, and my parents are British, and I'm well aware of our language and how it has changed over 2,000 years, and it's changed a lot. About 1,000 years ago, to say the king, we'd say Sir Cunning. 500 years ago, I would talk like this. One that opera with a shorta sutta the thrat of matcha passa to the ruta.
How do you say that two countries separated by one language?
Well, if you ever go to England, you will notice that there are towns that sound completely different and foreign to other towns because there's such a shift in the vowel pronunciations. But in most of England, United States, Canada, or the English-speaking world, if you speak a standard BBC English or a standard North American English, people around the world will understand you.
All right.
Okay, so let's talk about how we can make this sound. You bring your teeth together. Let me get really close here. See, my teeth are close like this. There's my tongue. Now, if I keep my tongue low in my mouth and I try to blow through my teeth, all the air can get out. Now, if I take my tongue between my teeth here and I put it so that the air can't get out, like this, and I try to push the air, very little can get out. Now, here's the secret. The actual TH sound occurs not when you're trying to force the air through. It's when you move your tongue and the air comes out. It's like a rush of water being released from a dam. So again, I'm going to go close, and I'm going to practice a couple of words. Okay? The, these, and that. Here we go. The, these, that.
These, that, that.
Okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take turns. I'm going to go around the room. I'll have each of you practice. Now it's really important for those of you that aren't speaking, put yourself on mute. And what I want you to do is I want you to say it along with the other students. So you keep practicing even when it's not your turn. And Raphael, sir, if I could start with you.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to practice T sound first. Actually, no, I'll practice the D sound first. So here's a bunch of words here. And I'm going to focus on the first one, them. Okay, so I'll Get in close so you guys can see my teeth to see that I'm not cheating. Them.
Them. Them.
Sorry, the other Raphael.
Them.
Raphael?
Them.
There you go. Okay, Raphael. Them.
Them.
Excellent. Themselves.
Themselves.
Excellent.
Themselves.
These.
These.
Okay. There.
There.
Then.
Then.
This.
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 Better. Those.
Those.
So you'll see my lips are changing a little bit, but the TH sound doesn't change. My tongue does come between them. The faster I talk, well, the quicker my tongue is going to move, and sometimes my tongue doesn't completely come between, but it will still block the air for a small amount of time. Okay, now here's a tough word, Raphael. Get ready. Together.
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 I'm hearing a bit of a D there, so watch my lips. Together.
Together.
Much better. Now let's go a little faster. Together.
Together.
Better. Much better. All right, that's it. So let's go to Igor now. Igor, are you ready?
I am.
All right. So them.
Them.
Themselves.
Themselves.
These.
These.
There.
There.
Then.
Then.
This.
This.
Those.
Those.
Together.
Together.
Okay, so it's pretty obvious in the Russian language that the TH sound is part of your language.
Not. It's not.
It isn't.
It isn't.
Then you're just very good at it.
I've been working on it.
Yeah, I can see that because honestly, your pronunciation is very good.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, Caesar.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. These.
These.
Them.
Them.
Themselves.
Themselves.
These.
These.
There.
There.
Together.
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 Better. All right, so again, you're very good at this.
Oh.
Where I'm noticing a slight weakness is when the TH sound comes within the word. Okay, so let's try again. With.
With.
Together.
Together.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Just watch out for when the TH sound comes within the word. But well done. Keiko.
Okay, teacher.
All right, here we go. These.
These.
Them.
Them.
Themselves.
Themselves.
Together.
Together.
That.
That.
Together.
Together.
Very good. Excellent. Alonzo. Alonzo, there you go.
Okay. Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm okay.
These.
These.
Them.
Them.
Together.
Together.
Themselves.
Themselves.
With.
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 See, I'm not hearing the final TH sound there. With.
With.
It's not bad, but probably need to work on that one a little bit. Every other word, though, very well done. Okay, so what we focused on there are what are called the voiceless. So if we say them, themselves, notice that you feel a vibration right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Now, these are what we call function words. All right? Now we're going to focus on content words. And this is where we focus on the voiceless. All right, Raphael, sir, are you ready?
Okay.
All right, and go ahead and humor me. Just put your fingers here. North.
North.
Both.
Both.
Three.
Three.
Through.
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 Thief.
Thief.
Thin.
Thin.
Thorn.
Thorn.
Through.
Through.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thumb.
Thumb.
Very good. Just a few, just through. We had a little trouble, but it wasn't the TH sound you were having trouble with. It was, this can be tough too, going from the TH to an R sound. But well done. Well said. Igor.
Yes.
Here we go. North.
North.
Both.
Both.
Three.
Three.
Through.
Through.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thumb.
Thumb.
Thin.
Then.
Thin.
Thin.
Thorn.
Thorn.
Excellent. Caesar.
Right.
North.
North.
Both.
Both.
Three.
Three.
Through.
Through.
Thorough.
Through.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thumb.
Thumb.
Thin thief.
Thumb thief.
Thin thief.
Thin thief.
Excellent. Keiko.
Okay, teacher.
The thin thief.
The thin thief.
I'm making it more difficult.
Yes.
Thought
Thought.
his thumb.
You repeat, teacher.
His thumb
His thumb
was stolen by a thief.
is stolen by then thief.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Excellent. Yeah, it's going to get difficult soon. You guys are, honestly, you guys are doing very, very well. So what I'm going to do in a few minutes here is I'm going to go into something a lot more difficult. Oh, yes. I have a perfect tongue twister for this. And because you guys are doing so well, I want to make it a little more difficult. But actually, this will actually help you. Think of a tongue twister as a bunch of exercises for your mouth. The more you do this, and the faster you do it, while being accurate, the much better you will get at the TH sound.
Right.
Well, Igor, it's just a matter of how fast you choose to go. Even I have trouble with this tongue twister. Now, I haven't forgotten about Alonzo. Alonzo, are you ready?
Okay. Okay,
Three
I'm
thin
ready.
feet. Repeat after me,
I'm
please.
sorry.
Three thin thieves.
3, 10, thief.
Thursday.
Thursday. Thursday.
Thursday. Thief.
Thursday. Thief.
Thumb.
Thumb.
Thorough.
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 Through.
Through.
Good. Okay. Now comes the complexity. Now, for those of you who may not be aware, I'm actually writing down everything that we're doing in Google Drive. Now, if you guys want to copy this down and use it as a homework lesson, please go ahead and do so. There's nothing stopping you. This is my content. I have written it, so I have control over the copyright, and you're more than welcome to copy it into your own document so you can practice later. Now, who can tell me what a tongue twister is?
I think I can.
Sorry?
I think I can.
Okay, please do.
A tongue twister is a specially designed phrase that that is really difficult to pronounce, and it's usually focused on particular sounds.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Like pickle, pickles, Peter Pickle. I don't remember it. But
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
yeah.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck for woodchuck could chuck wood? Or she sells seashells by the seashore. If she sells seashells by the seashore, how many seashells does she sell by the seashore? Stuff like that.
That's why they're called tongue twisters. They twist your tongue.
Yes. Now, in New Zealand, where I went to school, to help us learn English, because even as a child, you learn through your parents, but then when you go to school, they teach you the structure and grammar and pronunciation. So what we do is we give students tongue twisters. Now, little kids they like to compete with each other. So they try to see who can go the fastest, and they make mistakes. But this competition helps them. It also works for us as adults, too, when we're learning another language. So what I would like you guys to do, if you could, is go into Google Drive. I have a document shared out there. And click on Hangout Notes. Okay. Now I'm going to paste it in the group chat. But it's better if you actually go into Google Drive because the text is a little bigger. And what I can do is I'll highlight the words that you don't say properly. And that will help. It'll help you because we can practice them together. So I'm going to read it first. And then we'll start with Raphael. Okay. Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Although theatrically, it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning. Now, don't kid yourselves. You guys are really good with this. I've only noticed a few errors. So for this pass, I want you to go at a normal speed, Raphael. We're all going to try a normal speed, and then we'll try to increase our speed. So Raphael, whenever you're ready, what I will do, and you guys will notice this, as Raphael speaks, if I don't hear a word properly, I'll highlight it, and then we'll practice that later. Raphael, whenever you're ready.
Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns, and thistles thumped and thundered, threatening the tree thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Although theatrically, it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning.
Excellent. Okay. Now, I think you went a little too fast there, but repeat after me, please. Thought.
Thought.
Thigh.
Tide.
Thug.
Thug.
3D.
3D.
Thumped.
Thumped.
Thermal.
Thermal.
Very good. Excellent. All right, Igor, it's your turn.
Okay. Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Although theoretically, it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning.
All right, well done. Thug.
Thug.
Theatrically.
Theoretically.
Acre.
Acre.
Excellent. Well done.
Thanks.
Now, you went slower, though. You noticed Raphael's mistake, and you thought, boy, I'm going to go slow because I don't want to make any mistakes. And that's good. When we speak fast, our pronunciation isn't as crisp. The faster we go, the more difficult it is. It's like driving. The faster you go, the less control you have.
Yeah, it's difficult to have time to put my tongue between my teeth if I go faster.
Exactly. So we'll focus on control first, and then we'll go fast. Yes, so for those of you who didn't hear me earlier, go to Google Drive. You'll see a blue page. It looks like a small square blue page with lines on it, and that's Hangout Notes. Click on that, go to the bottom, and you'll see the document.
The Google Drive doesn't work for me.
Well, that's a rotten shame.
It's like when
why.
I click on it, I have a narrow stripe at the left that doesn't expand at all, whatever I click on it.
Yeah, you don't need to. If you just click on that blue icon below the arrow, that's what gets you into it.
I see.
I'll let you practice, so let me go on to Keiko.
Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the thug. Although theatrically it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thick that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning.
Thug.
Thug.
Thigh.
Thug.
Thigh.
I cannot hear, teacher.
Thigh.
Thug. Thug.
Thigh.
Thigh.
Perfect. Much better. All right, Alonzo, are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thought of Matthew that thought. Although theatrically it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his feet that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning.
Okay, thank you. Thought.
Thought.
Thigh.
5.
Underneath.
Underneath.
13,000.
13,000.
Threatening.
Threatening.
Thumped.
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 Acre.
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 Much better.
Much
All right.
better.
No, you don't have to say that.
Okay.
You did much better.
Well,
You know, I've yet to have this. I'm waiting for one student to repeat everything I say after that. It hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Okay. It's always good to have water for this class.
Mm.
All right.
Necessary.
Now what we're going to do, we're going to go a little faster, right? You know how fast you went before. You get to go a little faster now. So, as always, I go from right to left, so the first student is me. Yes, I'm going to give it a try again, going a little faster, because it'll be funny when I start to make mistakes. It'll happen, I don't know when, but it's late here and I'm tired, so I'm expecting I'll make a few mistakes sooner or later. So here we go. I'm going to go a little faster. Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Although, theatrically, it was only what the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning. I made 2 mistakes. All right, Raphael, you're up on deck, sir. Are you ready?
Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and the thunder threatened the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Although, theoretically, it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old thought of that morning.
Wow! What an improvement from your first time. That was very fast. I think it was faster than me. And you really only kind of made one mistake. Thermal wasn't very clear, but well done. You're the student to beat now.
Thanks.
Igor, I don't know if you can go as fast as Raphael, but go faster than your last time. Let's see how you do.
I will try my best. Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistle thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Although, theoretically, it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning.
Again, I know. Again, you really only made one mistake, and that was theatrically.
I thought it was theoretically. Theatrically.
Yeah, theatrically. All right. Going to Caesar. Caesar, sir.
All right. Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistle thumping and thunder threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Although, theatrically, this was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns thrown on the underneath on his thigh that the 30-year-old thought of the morning.
Okay, now, Thug, you said it well, but it was not as good as your last time, so I'm highlighting that word. Thug.
Thug.
But very, very well said. Very well said.
Okay.
Caio.
Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Although, theatrically, it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning.
Well done, sir. Well, you only made one mistake, but you corrected yourself, so well done. That's brilliant. In a way, I'd say you almost didn't make a mistake, because when you corrected yourself, your correction was perfect. Well done.
Thug.
Alonzo, are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Go ahead as fast as you can while still maintaining control.
Okay. Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistle thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thought of Matthew the Thug. Also, theoretically, it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of the thick that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning.
All right, sir. Much faster than before and far fewer mistakes. Well done. So underneath.
Underneath.
Through.
Through.
Although.
Although.
Threatening.
Threatening.
Thistles.
Thistles.
Okay, good. Raphael,
Yes.
you weren't fast enough last time. We're going to go faster.
Okay.
But I've got to see if I can go faster than you first, so I'm going to try and step it up one more notch, okay?
Okay.
I want you to, now Raphael, I want you to highlight any words that I don't say properly, okay? Or if I make a mistake.
Okay.
Here we go. Something in a 38 thermal thicket of thorns is the hill's thump, then thunder, threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Although theatrically it was one of only 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of the side that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning. I think I scared away Alonzo.
No way. No way.
Yeah, thistles. I could tell when I was getting to the second line that my tongue was starting to get tied up. But I powered through it. And I'm amazed I only made one mistake there. That was fast. Now, Raphael,
Yeah.
that's a tough challenge. I want you to go faster. Try to keep control, but go as fast as you can, sir.
Okay. Something in a 30-acre tamar thicket of thorns, and thistles stumped and thunder threatened the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Although theoretically it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old Thug thought of that morning.
Well done. Now, some of your consonants were starting to get into trouble, but still very fast. Your TH sounds were very, very good. Igor. Yeah, Raphael did well there. It's not really a competition with me. English is my language. It's more of a competition with you guys.
Okay. Something in the 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistle and thunder threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug, although theoretically it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning.
Okay, you tripped over yourself, but you corrected it. But who was faster, Igor or Raphael?
I don't know.
I'm
Raphael.
not sure.
Raphael, maybe.
Raphael, maybe. Okay, well, we'll try one more time after this, but Caesar, why don't you go and see how fast you can go?
Okay, I'm going. Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumping and thunder threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Also, theoretically, it was only the 30,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath and his thigh that the 30-year-old thought on that morning.
Thug thought of that morning.
Yeah.
Well done. Now, keep in mind, it seems a little repetitive, but what we're doing here, it's like going to the gym. We're exercising. We're exercising our mouth muscles. We're exercising our tongue, which is one big muscle.
Yeah.
And we're practicing sounds that you're just not used to. So the more we do it, the funnier it gets, the better. And what I would challenge you to do, over the next week, when others aren't around listening to you, practice this.
No,
you can do it when others are around, but they'll probably think you're a little nuts. So you probably want to do it in a quiet place. You're driving to work, you're, I don't know, getting ready for bed, that kind of stuff, lunch. Caio.
Something in the 3rd-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug, although theatrically it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning.
Well done. Again, another improvement. I don't know what's going on here, guys, but you're getting better the faster you go. That's not supposed to be the case. All right, Raphael. You don't need me to go any faster, unless you want me to, but would you like to try one more time without making any mistake, as fast as humanly possible, but keeping your consonants as crisp as you can?
Okay.
Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles and thunder threatened the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Third. Although theatrically it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of this tight that the 30-year-old thought out that morning.
Brilliant. I got to say, your consonants, perfect. To go that fast and nail it, I could say you graduate with an A in the TH sound, Raphael. Well done.
Congratulations.
Yeah, as we say in England, brilliant, brilliant.
Thanks.
Okay. All right, but we have a bonus one for you here. Right at the bottom, I'm going to put another one at the next page. The 33 thankful thieves thought that they thanked the other 33 thankful thieves throughout Thursday.
Okay. The 33 thankful thieves thought that they thanked the other 33 thankful thieves throughout Thursday.
Excellent. So that's your bonus riddle. All right. Igor, if you could say the tongue twister again, please, as fast as you can. Again, like Raphael, focusing on keeping your consonants crisp.
Okay, I need to hold on my breath a bit. Something in the 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug, although theatrically it was only the 15,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning.
Well done. Okay, consonants were crisp, a little faster, fewer mistakes, an A as well. I still think Raphael is faster, though. There's no stopping him. Right, well done, Igor. Oh, Igor, why don't you go ahead and do the bonus one on the next page?
The 33 thankful thieves thought they thanked the other 33 thankful thieves throughout Thursday.
Excellent. And I spelled thieves correctly there, too. All right, Caesar, go ahead, please.
Okay. Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumping and thunder and theatre in the 3D talks of Matthew the Third. Although theatrically it was only the 30,000 thistles and thorns thrown on the underneath and his height that the 30-year-old thought of the morning.
All right, thank you. Now you see when you go faster, it's tougher, isn't it, to maintain control?
Yes.
Okay, so this is great, and this is why I want you guys to practice. Okay, this will help you. Okay,
yes.
I wasn't kidding when I said at the beginning of class, you guys are all doing very, very well. In previous classes, what I've done is I've gone to each student and we keep practicing till almost the end of class. We don't always have time for tongue twisters. So you guys really are doing very well. When we went slow, your control was good. Now, the faster and the more you do this, the more you practice, the better you will get, and this will help you. I do teach other classes where I talk about the effectiveness of pauses and emphasis when we speak. So let me read you the tongue. Don't worry, we're going to get to you, Keiko. Let me read you the tongue twister again, and I want you to tell me what is different the way I speak this time. Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Although theatrically, it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning. What was different there?
Well, the pace has changed. We were going a little more slowly, and you did that to emphasize some words, and your intonation changed. You were putting stress on a lot of words that you thought were more important than others.
And I did one other thing. There's one thing I did that you didn't mention. What else did I do?
A lot of pauses.
Yes. Okay. Why did I do this? Before I tell you, why did I do it this way?
When you make a pause after a word, you're emphasizing that this word is worth paying attention to.
Yeah. In other words, I wanted you guys to pay attention to everything I said. So I used pauses, emphasis. and intonation to do so.
Yes. TH works.
Yeah, the opposite of what I'm doing through tongue twisters, but what I'm doing is by getting you to practice these tongue twisters, when you do read normally, or you want to get people to pay attention through public speaking, you're going to be better at it because A, you have more confidence, your pronunciation is very good, so then we can start to focus on emphasis, pausing, and intonation. That is itself another class which I will teach in the coming weeks.
Okay.
Okay. You'll notice too that sometimes when I teach, I pause. It works very well. All right, Caio, it's your turn. Go ahead as fast as you can. Don't forget, you want to be crisp with your consonants. Go ahead, please.
This one that starts with something.
Yep, the same one we've been doing for a while now.
Something in a third acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug, although theatrically it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 3-year-old thug thought of that morning.
Well done. Okay, so again, you've improved. Now, again, find 3 times during the day where you can practice this. Don't do it all at once. I would try soon after you've woken up, maybe in the shower, sometime around lunchtime, and sometime when you get home or before you go to bed. This is what's going to help make your TH sound crisp. Now, the next time I teach pronunciation, I'm going to focus on the ED sound. Sorry, I keep calling it the ED sound. There is no ED sound. It's the ED suffix. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of write it like this because it's very important in English because it's what creates the past participle for a lot of regular verbs. Well, for a lot of words, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I don't recommend singing in the shower. It's just, you know, not my thing. I wouldn't do it. But if you're great at it, go ahead. The ED suffix has 3 sounds. And it's stupid. I admit it. Why would we have one spelling of a suffix have 3 sounds? Well, who cares? The point is there are 3. And I'll teach you ways to dramatically improve this. Okay, that's my next pronunciation class. I haven't booked it, but it will be next week. Now, I want to ask you guys, do you have any questions at all? Maybe there are some words. Sorry,
Give a
Ivo?
little of feedback on every of us, how we did, what we need to improve on.
Well, I've kind of given you that already. So when we went through and the words you had trouble with, I highlighted those. If you remember those, practice those.
Okay.
But essentially, all of you did quite well. The feedback I want to give you is I want you to practice this tongue twister 3 times over the next week. And you know what? Go a little further. I've given you the exercises just above that on the previous page. It says exercise and then say these t sounds or t words and say these d words. Okay? So I've separated the TH sound into t words, voiceless and voiced, and I've given you a tongue twister. So copy this down.
I think I will do that.
Because there's so much of the TH sound here. If you can do this over the course of a week and get it and do it well, focusing on your consonants too, not just going fast, then I don't think there's going to be a TH sound in any word you're going to have trouble with. That's why I kind of do my classes this way. They're a little strange and wacky sometimes, but I think it's important. So let me ask this then. Are there any words that you guys have trouble with you would like me to help you with? If so, go ahead, excuse me, and type them in the group chat, and I'll go through each one in the order that I see them.
One time I tried to pronounce the word thief. Nobody could understand me.
Well, I think you're saying it well now, thief. I think that's perfect.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Now, I notice a few of you haven't been to my class before, so I want to give you a link to my teacher page. And no, it's not because I'm trying to sell you a bunch of stuff, but if you like my classes, and when you want to find out when my next pronunciation class is, for example, my teacher page is perfect for that. If I can find it. They've changed everything around and I can't find my stuff anymore. So here we go. There's my teacher page, and you'll notice when you get there, on the right side, just below where it says Message Teacher, you can see that it's got the time and date of my classes in your local time. So tomorrow, for example, we have a role-playing class. Oh, and I do have it. I didn't realize I'd booked it already. On August the 11th, which is Monday, at the same time, I have pronunciation with the ed sounds, id, t, and d. Then the next day, I have Describe What You See, which is all about conversation, practicing using adjectives, creating highly descriptive responses.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
I try. You know what? You can ask Raphael. I like to make my classes fun and interesting. Isn't that right, Raphael?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, which is why I don't teach a lot of grammar.
Now I understand why Raphael was so good at pronouncing these things.
Well, to be fair, Raphael is an advanced student. He's been practicing a long time, and he comes to class almost every day. So it's not surprising he's doing well, but I'm running out of things to teach him.
Not so much, teacher, please.
I'll stop. That's enough for. You're not going to get any more compliments. You're done now.
I hope I will be an advanced student pretty soon too.
Well, again, you're doing well. Everybody in this class has done well. If you ever do have a question for me, like I showed you on the teacher page, you can message me, ask me a question. I'll respond. I'm good at that. Anything related to our lessons, whatnot, it's up to you. So we've got a few minutes left. Are there any words you guys would like help with? Are there any questions about teaching that I do here or classes you would like to see?
If I may, there is these two words. They're not the TH sound, but like hub and hub.
Type them, please.
Yeah, you see?
I've done that before. Students have said words, and I thought it was another word, and, you know.
Hot and hot.
Oh, hot and hut. Oh, so do this. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you look stupid if you do it, and nobody. Your video camera isn't on. You can just see me, so I'm the only one looking stupid here. But you go open wide. Oh, oh.
Oh, oh.
Okay. Hot.
Hot.
Perfect. Now, hot is very similar. Oh, ah, ah.
Hot.
Hot. Yeah.
Hot.
Now, I have another tongue twister, funny enough, that uses 5 different spellings of this word. Now, I said 5, so you can imagine they use all the vowels. Batter, better, butter, botter.
And bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, I forgot the bitter. Thank you. Right, so we got the 5 different sounds there, the vowels.
These vowels are what makes me crazy. They really make me crazy.
Well, and that's what this tongue twister focuses on, is making sure you're clear with your vowels. Now, the English vowels aren't so difficult by themselves until you realize, well, there's short I's and long I's, short E's, long E's. Sorry, it's late. This is where I start having trouble speaking. I'm not going to get into that today, but that might be a good tongue twister we can practice next time. But gentlemen, time is now up, and I like to end on time so that way if you have another class to go to, you're not late. I want to thank each of you taking the time to choose me as your teacher for this evening, and I hope that this was beneficial for you all.
Thank you for the great lesson.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Simon.
So have a good night or good morning, depending on what time it is where you guys are.